Welcome to the channel, guys. We are back again, and today I'm going to be doing a full review of Ursa by Tiziana Terenzi, so stay tuned for that. And if you like the content, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. I do appreciate it a lot. Ursa was released in 2015, and this has been compared to both Straight to Heaven and Straight to Heaven Extreme. I do like both of those fragrances, and as Straight to Heaven Extreme is a limited edition, I thought this would be excellent to check out. If it does smell similar to that, then it certainly makes an excellent option when Straight to Heaven Extreme is very difficult to get. This one has top notes of nutmeg, elemi, rum, and dried fruits. The middle notes are patchouli, olibanum, vetiver, incense, and tobacco. The base notes are vanilla, leather, oud, and agarwood. Now this one actually opens up really enjoyable, very nicely. It has a nice boozy rum accord. It's not quite as strong as, say, something like Straight to Heaven or Straight to Heaven Extreme, where I literally feel like someone has dumped a bottle of booze on me, but it is quite boozy. It's just a little bit less so than those fragrances. One of the really nice things that I like about the opening is there is an additional tobacco note, and the tobacco and booziness opens together very nicely, creates a really nice scent profile, a kind of boozy tobacco, which is something that definitely suits my personal tastes. It certainly does have a nice hint of those dried fruits as well, and I actually do get a woodiness in the opening too. So the opening all in all is actually really enjoyable. It is reminiscent of Straight to Heaven, but it's definitely distinct, it's definitely different, and the tobacco note really does separate it from those fragrances, although I still love those ones. I do actually really like the mixture of booze and tobacco that's in this fragrance. So very nice opening, very enjoyable. I would say the opening for me lasts about an hour, 2 hours before this one really starts to dry down. When it starts to dry down, I don't like it as much as, say, Straight to Heaven Extreme. It is still nice. The booziness tones down quite a bit. I get a little bit more patchouli. I get less of the tobacco. And it does have more of a woody, clean accord to it. And it is really nice in the fact that it comes off smelling quite clean, but it is less of the qualities that I liked in the opening, which are the booziness and the tobacco, a little bit less of the dried fruits. I don't get a ton of the vanilla, but it does have some sweetness there in the background as well. So it is a nice dry down, and it's something that smells clean, it smells woody, and it has a little bit of sort of that sweetness of the dried fruits as well and the vanilla. So I do enjoy that as well. It's just not as nice as, say, the opening is for this fragrance. The performance on this one is pretty good. I get about 8 hours, and the one nice thing is this is vastly a better performer than the regular Straight to Heaven, which I get maybe between 2 to 4 hours. It really is something that doesn't perform well on my skin. Straight to Heaven Extreme does last a long time, and this one also lasts quite a while. The projection is pretty good as well. I get around the 3 hour mark, 2 to 3 hours, somewhere once that tobacco, dried fruit opening starts to dissipate. That's when the projection also starts to shrink a little bit. Now this one isn't a skin scent, but it does certainly sit closer to the skin after that mark. Although it still has some nice sillage, still leaves a nice scent trail as well. Overall, I think this is a really enjoyable fragrance. I do think that it definitely performs a lot better than Straight to Heaven, although Straight to Heaven Extreme, in my opinion, is still the better fragrance out of all three of these choices. This does have a nice added dimension of the tobacco, which I mentioned and I do enjoy a lot. So if you find that you like Straight to Heaven Extreme, but it's hard to get, it's very expensive, and it is essentially discontinued now to my understanding, this is something you might certainly want to check out. I do think that I like it better than Straight to Heaven. It definitely has a nicer quality in the opening. It lasts a lot longer, and so it really solves a lot of the issues that I have with Straight to Heaven. Straight to Heaven Extreme is still the winner, but this one is very nice, and it does distinguish itself from both those fragrances, although it's definitely very similar. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.